Welcome back to Easy Gardening for Seniors and Juniors. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest expenses in home gardening right now in February 2026, potting mix. Prices keep going up. A standard 40-liter bag of all-purpose compost or potting mix can cost 8 to 10 pounds in the UK, around $10 to $15 in the USA or Canada equivalents, and that's per bag. For anyone starting seeds indoors, potting on seedlings, or growing in containers, this adds up fast. Smart gardeners are pausing or completely stopping their purchases of commercial potting mix and switching to homemade versions instead. Why? Because you can make your own that's not only much cheaper, often pennies per liter or even free with garden resources, but often better for your plants with customized drainage, nutrients, and fewer disease risks. The main reason costs are rising is everything from supply chain issues to ingredient prices like peat or coir going up. Commercial mixes charge you for convenience, but they use generic blends that might not suit your specific plants or soil needs. Homemade mixes let you control exactly what's in there. No mystery fillers, no unnecessary chemicals, and you can tailor them for seedlings, veggies, or long-term pots. Many gardeners report healthier plants, stronger roots, and bigger harvests because the mixes hold moisture better, drain properly, and feed microbes in the soil. Plus, it's sustainable. You reuse garden waste like compost or leaves instead of buying new bags every season. In this video, we'll cover 3 practical homemade potting mix recipes inspired by what experienced gardeners use: a budget general-purpose mix for bigger plants and containers, a light seed starting mix for your February seedlings, and an all-purpose mix for most veggies, herbs, and young plants. These come together in minutes with basic tools like a bucket or wheelbarrow, and the savings are huge. Let's break them down one by one. First, the budget general purpose mix, perfect for trees, shrubs, fruit bushes, perennials, or any larger pots where you want stability and weight.
This one uses mostly free or very low-cost stuff from your own garden. Start with garden soil as the base, about 6 to 7 parts by volume. The best source is crumbly topsoil from weed-free areas, like molehills if you have them. They're often perfect texture and low in weeds. Avoid digging from spots with perennial weeds like bindweed or couchgrass, as those seeds can spread. If your garden soil is heavy clay, you'll need to adjust for better drainage. Add 3 to 4 parts organic matter for nutrients and structure. Good options include well-rotted garden compost, leaf mold from fallen leaves, free and excellent, or aged manure if you can get it. This adds humus that holds water and feeds plants slowly. For heavy or clay soils, throw in 1 part grit or coarse sand to improve drainage and prevent waterlogging, essential in pots where roots can't escape soggy conditions. For sandy soils, bump up the organic matter to 4 parts instead of adding grit. Mix everything thoroughly in a wheelbarrow or large bucket. Stir until uniform. Sift if there are big lumps, but for bigger plants, it's okay if it's a bit chunky. Cost? Often free if you skip grit, or just a few pennies per liter for the grit. Compare that to commercial bags at 20 to 25p per liter. This slashes your expense in half or more while giving plants natural nutrients and better long-term stability. Next up, the seed starting mix, ideal for your February indoor seedlings like peppers, tomatoes, aubergines, onions, or broad beans. Seedlings need something light, sterile, and well-draining to avoid damping off fungus or weak roots. The base is 7 parts sifted coconut coir or cocoa fiber. It's a byproduct of coconut husks, super light, holds moisture without getting soggy, and starts sterile, so fewer disease risks. Buy in blocks and hydrate them. They expand a lot. Add 2 parts perlite, those white volcanic glass bits, for excellent drainage and aeration. Perlite is lightweight and sterile too. Wet it first before mixing to cut down on dust. Then 1 part vermiculite, flaky mineral that retains water and nutrients so seedlings don't dry out fast. Sift the coir to remove any long fibers, mix in a clean container, and wear a mask and gloves when handling dry perlite or vermiculite to avoid breathing dust. This mix is crumbly and perfect for tiny seeds. Germination is faster and seedlings grow straight and strong. It's way cheaper than buying seed-specific mixes, which can be pricey for small batches. Third recipe, the all-purpose potting mix. Great for transplanting seedlings, growing vegetables, annual herbs, or most container plants. This one builds on the others for balanced results. Start with 2 parts sifted garden compost. Use well-rotted stuff and sieve out lumps or woody bits for a finer texture. Compost brings natural nutrients and beneficial microbes. Add 2 parts sifted cocoa coir for lightness and moisture control. Then 1 part perlite for drainage. No vermiculite needed here since compost holds enough water. Boost it with a handful of volcanic rock dust like azomite for trace minerals that commercial mixes often lack. This wakes up soil life. Finally, 2 handfuls of worm castings, rich in nutrients and microbes for a healthy boost. If you don't have worm castings yet, use kelp meal, seaweed meal, or even a bit of aged compost tea. Mix everything well. This all-purpose version costs less than half of commercial equivalents, but supports plants longer with better microbial activity, leading to vigorous growth and fewer issues like yellow leaves or stunted roots. How to mix any of these? Measure by volume. Use the same bucket or scoop for consistency. Start small to test, then scale up. Mix dry ingredients first if dusty, then add water gradually if needed for even moisture. Store in covered bins to keep it fresh. Benefits go beyond savings. These mixes reduce fungal gnats and damping off because you control sterility. They improve drainage in heavy soils or moisture in sandy ones. Plants get natural, slow-release nutrients instead of quick chemical feeds that fade fast. For seniors, it's low effort once set up. Use recycled pots and garden resources. For juniors, it's a fun science lesson in making soil. A few warnings and tips. Always source soil and compost from clean areas. No fresh manure or weedy spots. Wet perlite to control dust. It's irritating if inhaled. Test drainage by watering a potted sample. If water pools on top too long, add more perlite or grit. For seedlings, keep mixes moist but not wet. In colder zones like Canada or northern USA, UK, these work great indoors under lights. Smart gardeners are making the switch because it's practical, economical, and grows healthier plants. Try one recipe this February while potting up your seedlings. You'll see the difference in growth and your wallet. Start small, experiment, and adjust to your local conditions. There you have it. Why and how to stop buying potting mix and make your own instead. If this saves you money or helps your garden, please like the video, comment which mix you'll try first or your biggest gardening expense right now, and subscribe for more easy money-saving tips. Happy mixing and planting!